Here's a jaw-dropping reality that's reshaping an entire nation. Japan just witnessed something that hasn't happened in 2 years, and it might signal the beginning of a demographic revolution that could change everything we think we know about aging societies. The Japanese Ministry of Internal Affairs dropped some fascinating numbers this past Sunday that paint a complex picture of the country's rapidly aging population. As of this Monday, approximately 36.19 million Japanese citizens have crossed the 65-year threshold, representing a decrease of 50,000 people compared to the previous year. Now, before you think this sounds like good news for Japan's demographic challenges, here's where it gets controversial. Despite this numerical drop, these seniors now represent a staggering 29.4% of the entire population, the highest percentage ever recorded in the country's history. But here's the part most people miss when they hear these statistics. This decrease doesn't mean Japan is solving its aging crisis. Instead, it reveals something more profound and potentially troubling. The number of elderly people passing away is now outpacing the number of people celebrating their 65th birthdays. Think about what that really means for a moment. We're watching the natural progression of Japan's demographic tsunami in real time. The gender breakdown tells an even more compelling story that challenges traditional expectations about retirement and longevity. Women make up the larger portion of this elderly demographic, with 20.51 million females aged 65 and above comprising 32.4% of all Japanese women. Meanwhile, 15.68 million men in this age group represent 26.2% of the male population. This gap isn't just about numbers. It reflects deeper societal patterns about health, lifestyle, and life expectancy that vary significantly between genders. Now, here's where the situation becomes genuinely controversial and challenges everything we've been told about retirement. While politicians and economists worldwide debate the burden of aging populations, Japan's elderly are quietly rewriting the rules of what it means to grow old. A remarkable 9.3 million people aged 65 and above are actively employed, marking an incredible 21st consecutive year of growth and setting yet another record high. This isn't just a statistic. It's a revolution in how we think about productivity, value, and the contribution of older adults to society. And this is the part that should make everyone question conventional wisdom about aging. These working seniors now represent 13.7% of Japan's entire workforce, with their employment rate among their age group climbing to 25.7%. Are these people working because they want to, or because economic necessity is forcing them to delay retirement? That's the million-dollar question nobody wants to address directly. The sectors where these older workers are making their mark might surprise you. Leading the pack is the wholesale and retail industry, employing 1.33 million seniors, followed closely by medical and welfare services with 1.15 million, and various service industries accounting for 1.04 million elderly workers. It's almost poetic that many of these seniors are working in healthcare and welfare, literally caring for others, while society debates whether they themselves are a burden. But here's where the story takes a potentially troubling turn that most media outlets won't discuss openly. Of the 5.63 million elderly employees working in businesses and organizations, excluding executives, a staggering 4.33 million, that's 76.9%, are classified as non-regular workers. This means they're working without the job security, benefits, or protections that full-time employees enjoy. Is this elderly workforce empowerment, or is it exploitation disguised as opportunity? The demographic researchers aren't sugarcoating what's coming next. The National Institute of Population and Social Security Research projects that by 2040, when Japan's second baby boom generation, born between 1971 and 1974, reaches retirement age, elderly citizens will comprise 34.8% of the total population. Imagine living in a society where more than 1 in 3 people is over 65. We're entering uncharted territory in human history. This raises uncomfortable questions that deserve honest discussion. Is Japan pioneering a new model of aging that other countries should emulate, or is it revealing the harsh realities of what happens when demographic change outpaces social adaptation? Are these working seniors breaking barriers and redefining aging? Or are they victims of economic systems that haven't evolved to support dignified retirement? What do you think? Is Japan's army of working seniors a testament to human resilience and the value of experience, or evidence that our societies are failing to provide adequate support for people who've already contributed decades of their lives to building the economy? And more provocatively, when you look at these numbers, do you see inspiration for your own future, or a warning about what might be waiting for all of us as we age? The conversation about aging societies is just getting started, and Japan is writing the first chapter whether we're ready or not.